I'd be the youngest director in Planned Parenthood history.
You'll actually be in charge of the abortions at your clinic.
I have a chance to make a real difference.
When I wrote the book, Unplanned, that this is based off of, I never had any idea that anyone would ever want to turn this into a film. I mean, it's just my life. I'm just a regular person. Never for a day do I think that God wanted me working inside of an abortion clinic. That would go against his very nature. But I do believe that he knew exactly what was going to happen once I left, and that he had really orchestrated my steps.
Prior to auditioning, I had no idea who Abby was. This is such a beautiful story of love and forgiveness, and it does share the love of Jesus Christ. And I think whether you're a believer or not, he's such an incredible role model for how to live your life. And more than anything, I want people to see that.
When I became a Christian, I really felt a pull for ministry, so I walked away from my career in Hollywood, went into full-time ministry, which I've been doing for almost 20 years, never had any intention of going back to Hollywood. And then I had some people start to say, I don't think God's done with you in Hollywood. And I said, well, it would literally have to drop in my lap because I'm not going to pursue it. And then it did. I randomly was introduced to Carrie and Chuck, the writer-directors.
We know that this is an anointed movie and that the Lord is going to do an incredibly mighty, powerful work here. From needing $1 million and it literally falling out of the sky.
I was actually leaving for Israel, and I got a call. These guys said, hey, Mike, we prayed about this, and you're going to be in our movie. I said, well, I haven't prayed about it. And I got off the phone, and I prayed about it with my gal, Kendra. Not even 5 minutes later, I called them back. I said, yes, I'm in. I'll do a part in the movie. And they told me how much they were going to spend. I said, do you have all your money? And they go, no, we're short. And I said, well, how much? They said, $1 million. I said, I'll wire it to you right now, and we'll drop the contract later. And I did it on faith. God told me to do it. I sent it in. They needed the money that day. They got in prayer to call Mike Lindell.
It was amazing. We had the calm and a peace on set that I've never seen. Sets are normally chaotic, crazy, and we had none of that. We had everything from miraculous healings to over a dozen car crashes with people that were involved. And every single person, by the way, walked away totally unharmed.
Even though a number of the vehicles were totaled.
Ripped in half. I mean, we had everything. We had women walking into the facility that we were in, which was hidden and secret, and saying, I know about this movie, and because of this movie, I'm not going to have an abortion. It was unbelievable. And we said, how did you even know about it? I mean, it was that kind of profound thing. So it was kind of like, it was totally different than anything we'd ever experienced.
One of our producers was driving into Stillwater and he got a flat tire. So he went to the first house and the people asked him who he was, and he said he was there with the movie. And they're like, oh, we've been praying for you all ever since you arrived. That's not the way filmmaking normally works.
That's not normal filmmaking, right?
I mean, really, this is his story. I mean, this is about him. I did not do this so that Abby Johnson would be a household name. I mean, I did this so that people would be able to see God's glory, and that would be a household story, that his redemption and his forgiveness is available to everyone. And I think this movie does a good job of showing that.